So I've been thinking about Venerable Children's BBC on the importance of our intentions in the moments, and then Venerable Samten's BBC about her important moments. So I thought I'd share a couple of mine that got me here. I guess the first one was a client that I was working with was talking about going to a retreat center and how pleasant that was for her. And I showed a little interest, and she had a catalog of this retreat center and left it with me. And I didn't think much about it, kind of put it to the side. But later that week, probably when I was on the phone waiting for the insurance company to talk with me, I spent a lot of time waiting on the phone. I picked it up and just kind of thumbed through it, and one of the pages opened and there was a picture of Venerable Children, and I just had the thought immediately, well, I should go there, you know, it just, and so I did, which was not a very common thing for me to do, really, you know, just out of the blue, sort of. But I went, and really after the first 5 minutes, I realized really what was missing in my life when I was hearing her talk. So that was a very powerful experience. And I think often about what would have happened if I, you know, put that catalog in the recycle bin and never looked at it, you know, where I would be today. I don't like to think about that too often, but I don't think it would be so wonderful, I'll tell you. And then the second moment that I often think about is after coming back from that retreat and realizing that Venerable Children was teaching in Seattle, which was where I lived, I started going to the center, and after some time, maybe, I don't know, 3 months maybe of going, sometimes she would give a teaching and my mind would get quite disturbed, you know, because she talks a lot to our self-centered attitude. And, as that was happening over some time, I realized that I was getting critical and judgmental, and you know, my mind was quite disturbed, and I realized that if I continued on that track, I would step away from Buddhism. I wouldn't be able to continue, and so I made the determination that I was going to stop that and try to you know, take in what she was saying. And at first, the best I could do sometimes was to say that she's not really talking to me, so that I could stay there. You know, actually, I had to do that. But the fact that I stayed there and kept listening, and then over the years, of course, what I've realized is that the mark of a qualified teacher is somebody that does exactly that. And when you think about the people that we have in our lives, and you know, we're often quite attached to those that give us nice words and, you know, compliment us and tell us all the things we want to hear. And I don't know about you, but all of those nice words never contributed to me growing particularly or changing habits that were not helpful to me or others. So a qualified teacher that has the compassion and the love to tell us what we need to hear is so rare and so beautiful. And really, for me, that is how I have changed and grown, is to listen to her words, even when there's a part of my mind that's just pushing back and freaking out and, you know, poor me, and, you know, all the things, not want to listen to it, and how could that be, and blah, blah, you know. But still, there's always a part of my mind that takes it in and tries to apply it. And that may take some time, but over the years too, what I've understood is that everything that she says to every person comes from a deep wish to help and out of great compassion. And like I say, in our regular life, how many people do we have in our lives that actually give us that? Not so many. Not so many. So having the intention to not run away from her truth, her compassioned words, probably is the best thing I ever did. And that's what got me here and dressed like this. So I think what I take away from these talks is that, like Venerable Children said, that every moment we are making intention, and these intentions and then the actions that follow, that becomes the fabric of our experience, of our lives. And the wonderful thing about Buddhism is that we can direct those intentions in a certain way, and then the actions that we create are virtuous and positive and beneficial. And that becomes the fabric of our lives. And that's where the peace and the happiness and the joy and progressing on this path come from. So may we continue to create the fabric of this beautiful practice that we're doing.